Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Essence of Tea podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Jett, and I'm so excited for you to join us on another fun episode about tea. Today, we have my wonderful friend, Kim, and she will be sharing all about the worlds of comfort as I share with you maybe the worlds of tea and what it means to feel comfort, accept comfort, live in a world of comfort, because there's a lot going on right now in the world. And sometimes we just need some comfort for us to feel secure in the moments of being. And for those of you who love tea, you know all about being, making your cup of tea, whatever makes you feel comfort. Like I'm just having some of my Earl Grey creamed honey in there. And I was about to start this and I was like, you know what sounds comforting? Some honey, some Earl Grey creamed honey. So I put it in my cup of tea and I have a really cozy mug my sister made for me actually several Christmases ago. And it kind of just makes me feel like, you know, cozy and comfort and just being snuggled up. So Kim, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Kim and I am the founder of Pipermoon blankets. They are great like summer travel blankets, but they're super comforting. And that is kind of where our journey has led us, is to providing comfort for people.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because our journeys might start off in one direction, but then we find a need as entrepreneurs to meet someone else's needs. Like for me, my background is sports medicine and physical education. And that's how I got into tea, which sounds really weird because what would that have to do with anything? But for me, I'm interested in the health benefits of tea. And so I started teaching people about the health benefits of tea, but it turned out to be a whole different direction, or like more perspective in my life of family and community and what tea does for oneself, just sitting still, having tea, reflecting, and just even our moments of silence and how that can bring so much relief to ourselves. And so that's kind of like how I met Kimberly. You know, we both are product-based companies, and she was telling me how much she loves tea and kombucha. And then I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And you're like, oh, it's really comforting. So share more about how you actually started with your blanket company. And for those of you watching, I have my blanket and it's actually my favorite color. So I just wanted to like show all of you guys like how stretchy and comforting, you know, like your bed sheet, but like a blanket, like a throw. And I'm really small for those of you who know me. I'm only 4'9", so this is the perfect size. And it's so cozy and comforting, but sometimes you just want to feel that security that, you know, wrapped like something is holding you and you know everything's going to be okay. But anyways, Kim's story starts completely different. Kim, do you mind sharing about your story of how you got started with these blankets?
Yeah, so my kids were playing high school basketball, and we live in rural Idaho, and because of our small town, they sometimes have to travel up to 4 hours for a game on a school night. And one particular night, my daughter had gotten home around 1:30 in the morning, and I just said to her, like, are you able to sleep? You know, because she had school the next day. Like, do you get to sleep on the bus? And she's like, oh yeah, everyone just lays down on the floor. And I was like, that is disgusting. So that's kind of where it started. Like, I wanted a blanket that was lightweight, that could fold down really small so that they could take it with them, throw it in their duffel bag. It doesn't take up a lot of room. That's how it started. But then COVID hit and people started ordering my blankets because they were at home and they wanted comfort in their lives. It was a scary time. We didn't know what was going on. They started emailing me and DMing me that my blankets feel like a hug and have provided them comfort. And then they started sending them to loved ones saying, you know, we're social distancing right now, but here's a hug from me with this blanket. Then it morphed even further into comfort with people telling me that they take it to the hospital with them and it's just made them feel secure. I've had special needs kids, the moms of special needs kids telling me that they wrap their kids up and it helps calm them down. And so it's just really, it's turned into a comfort item.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, my brother's autistic and he always has so many layers on him. He just wants to feel something on him. So like it'll be 90 degrees outside. He'll be wearing a hoodie because it just feels cozy and comforting to him. And it has that tactile feel. And what's really nice is that it stretches like so much. Like I was just telling you like before this, like I'm so excited because I'm going to definitely be taking this with me on all my travels when I'm sleeping and camping out in my car this summer in Alaska for all the shows that I do. And it's so lightweight and people don't realize that here in the interior of Alaska, it gets like 90 degrees in the summertime and our house doesn't have air conditioning. So having like a down comforter that I sleep with in the wintertime, like I literally just sleep on the top of it. I throw a sheet over myself. But this, I'm super excited because this is like a t-shirt like sheet essentially, but it has a little bit more weight because it's a double layer of it. So it brings so much comfort to it. So Kim, what do you do for comfort sometimes? Like as a busy mom and entrepreneur, what do you do for your own comfort? How do you feel like in the last 2 years with all the stuff going on, how important has comfort been, or has more of what you do remind you to bring back the comfort for yourself?
So I'm actually like, I just go, go, go. And it's really hard for me to pause and sit with myself and sit still. And, but I now wrap a blanket around my shoulders and I've started trying to drink tea in the evening. I'll drink the non-caffeinated if it's close to bedtime, but the sitting with a cup of tea, it stills you.
Mm-hmm.
Then your senses are assaulted with the smells and the taste and the warmth in your hands. And it really has just made me be present in the moment. And I'm loving combining my blanket with a cup of tea too.
Oh, what kind of blanket are you holding? What's the pattern?
So this one is floral. It's called Ditzy Floral, little tiny
Oh,
flowers.
nice.
Yeah.
It's got a different color on the inside that matches. So it's like two
Yeah,
different ones. Yeah,
yeah.
I like how this one's, well, I'm always traveling, so things get dirty all the time.
That'll be a good one. You can, yeah, with the black.
Mhm.
I actually try to go with darker colors because I do want people to take them with them.
Yeah, and they look so nice and professional that you could bring them with you. Say you had like a trade show or a conference and you're just so tired, or you're in the airport, right? And you like are so tired and you want to have a nap in the airport while you're waiting for your flight. My sister, for the longest time, this is like a blankie. This is like an adult blankie. And I remember my sister, now that I'm saying that, had a blankie with her everywhere until she was like in 5th grade. And I was like, you're kind of getting a little old for a blankie. But you know what? I think she probably had the right mindset that she wanted comfort and she wanted to feel comfortable. I mean, granted, she was a really, really hard worker, straight A student, super artistic. There's probably a lot of pressures for her. And so if she just wanted to like be, because so many people look to her as the star student, the star athlete, the star artist, like everything she touches turns to gold. And we just never know about the pressures of what's inside of a person.
Right.
So, man, maybe I should get my sister one of these for Christmas next year.
Yes, exactly.
And be like, remember your blankie? Now I got you an adult blankie.
It's kind of that same material of little baby blankets, and they're, as you've noticed, like they're over 2 pounds. So when you drape them around you, they kind of just stay. Also, like they just stay there. They don't slide off, or
yeah. Or if I was like swimming. Like say I was in Hawaii and I was at the beach and then I have my towel, but then maybe I just want this on, something like really lightweight instead of a thick absorbent towel at the beach. And it'd be really nice because it's got this really nice weave on it that it would get sand off pretty easily.
Sand falls right off it.
Mm-hmm.
I've tested it out, soaked it in sand and lifted it up and it just falls off. So it's great.
Yeah. So what kind of teas do you like to drink, Kim?
So, well, I love kombucha. And that actually was my trying to get healthy drink. I used to be completely addicted to soda, which is so bad for you. And I had to get off of it. And kombucha was the drink I went to. So that's my substitute for all that bad soda. And I love kombucha, but right now I'm drinking one of your green teas.
Oh.
So I love the green tea. And then I like the herbal teas for nighttime.
Mm-hmm. So you're not like thinking all night long.
Right.
Your brain can get a.
I want to calm myself down, get ready for bed.
Well, awesome. Well, is there anything else that you want to let people know about comfort, about, like any, stories or anything else to like relate to our listeners out there about, what's going on with every craziness in the world? Any advice?
Yeah, the world is just kind of scary right now, and we don't know what's happening from day to day. And I just think we all need to remember to take that moment for ourselves daily. It's something I almost have to write into my calendar to remind myself of, like, self-care is important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just think take that moment for yourself every day if you can. Sit with your cup of tea and your blanket and be present with yourself and just take care of yourself right now, because we just don't know what's going on out there.
Yeah. And we can't really, like, for you, you're a mom. For me, I have a team of people. And so we just really can't serve and be supportive if we don't take care of ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, Kim, where can people find out more about you and Pipermoon?
Yeah. So my website is pipermoonxo.com, and my Instagram and Facebook are both pipermoonxo.
Nice. Yeah. And if you want to see more designs, definitely go onto our website. They come in all different sizes. They're even baby size ones, especially for like a newborn at the hospital. There's ones for like a whole bed. Like, if you live somewhere really warm, this is the great alternative to a bed sheet, because it has a little bit more weight to it. And it has really nice stitching on it. That's like one of the first things I noticed because, for me, traveling so much and having two dogs is granted, if the dog's going to scratch at this, over time it's going to wear it down, but still, like, what if it got caught on something? The edges are really nicely finished on here too.
Yeah.
But this is definitely something like that feels comforting all year round. Maybe it's not a down blanket for 30 below, but you can still have it inside your house, watch a movie, have some popcorn, spend time with your family, and get all sorts of great ideas from her Instagram for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, because they're so big, you really could cuddle your whole family up in it. Turn on the movie, tuck it in.
Yeah. And so thank you so much, everyone, for watching or listening to us on the Essence of Tea podcast. And if you want to learn more about Kim and Pipermoon XO, definitely look at the show notes. Thank you.
Thanks for